Hello and welcome back to the channel. You join me back down the Park Lake. Got the brolly out, we've come down nice and light, and that's because we're on Against the Time episode 3, which is where we do quick overnighters, work overnighters, and just fish through dark. So it's coming up to dark now, it's 4:30. Got to be off by 6:30 in the morning, so hopefully we can bag a couple of these crackers just before work. So what I'm going to be presenting is, I've been playing around with my rigs, and I've basically presented a Ronnie rig, but with an overhand loop knot, and as you can see, that knotted section there, it gives it the properties of a hinge rig, so it can sit up just like so over the sandy silt, and it also can reset very easily. And that's something that I've come up with. I don't know if people are out there are already doing it, but it's definitely a game changer. So if I put that in my hand and do the test, it is hooking well more than an inch back on my hand, so that has got some very good hooking properties, and that's getting fished with a 12mm white banoffee pop-up in Milky Toffee Goo. That's the other way around, Milky Toffee pop-up in banoffee goo, and I'm just going to put that onto a lead clip with a 3-ounce lead, loop that on, pull the tubing up over that, get them out there. We're going to get them out there with a couple of handfuls of bait with the catapult, and we'll see how the session goes from there. So there we are, that's the finished result of my setup. And talking about rigs, rig mechanics really means a lot to me, because that's the thing that's going to land you that carp. You want that carp to pick it up and get nailed first time. So it's all about playing around, getting them little touches where you think it's going to hook that carp a little bit more efficiently, sharpening them hooks, getting everything bob on. So if a fish does pick it up, you have the best potential to hook that fish and land that fish, because you don't really want to be losing any. So if you're new, have a look at some videos on rig mechanics, get things right, get them hooks nice and sharp, and I'm sure you'll be landing more carp in no time. So let's get them out there. And there we go. So I didn't hit the clip, I'm not gonna lie, but I thought I'd bring it in, and look how anti-tangle that is just from the setup I'm using. It's coming perfectly fine, exactly how I want it, so it's definitely going to reset every single time. The way that sits like that, if a fish picks it up, it drops back down and it lands just like a hinge rig, but fishing it as a Ronnie. So there we are. So as you can see, I've got some Scopex boilies, 16mm. I'm just going to fire a couple of them over the spot. Nothing too much. Still winter, still pretty cold. They're not really up for a lot of food, so just little traps basically, just getting them to come in, have a couple of mouthfuls of bait, and hopefully get hooked by that pop-up rig. They've all landed in a nice scattering. It's getting them fish moving about, trying to pick them boilies off, working for them, so it's easier for them to come over the hook bait. Rather than giving them a big lump of bait, just fishing just off of it, they can sit there, pile up on that food, and then move straight off the spot once they've had a good old feed up on your bait. So keep them moving, keep them thinking, keep them guessing. That's the way forward for me, and I land a lot more carp that way. And there we are, the sun's just going down, rod's out just in time, bang on, couple of scatterings of bait over the top, and hopefully we can bag a few. The temperatures are slightly warmer, it's looking bob on for it. I'd be surprised if it doesn't happen. So I'm going to sit back for a bit, have a bit of food, and hopefully we'll see our first fish on the bank soon. So it's currently 10 PM and I've been woken up by Group of lads drifting in the car park, making an absolute racket, but nothing on the fishing front yet, but hopefully we'll see something happen soon. Well, good morning. Nothing last night. It's 6:30. I'm in the car, everything's in here, ready to go to work. Very noisy night. We had all the house alarms going off, drifting. Not a great sleep at all, but yeah, so that's the end of the video there. I'll see you all guys in the next episode this weekend coming up. Should be out Sunday 8 PM.